have two meals for you in this video. Both of them are pork meals. One is pork belly ribs and one is leftover ham. And both of them are made with a golden syrup sauce. So if you're not into sweet sauce, these probably aren't for you. But I've got two of them coming up and I hope you enjoy. Okay guys, so for today's dinner I'm actually doing the pork belly slices. These are pork belly ribs without the bone. And basically in the slow cooker, all that fat that's on them does break down and makes them super tender. My kids love these. Now I have done them loads of different ways. I've done them with just honey. I have done them in all different types of sauce. But one of the ways we love them is in a sweet teriyaki sauce. So the teriyaki that I use is this one. It's teriyaki sauce with roast garlic in it. It is really nice, but it's very garlicky and it's quite a heavy sauce, as in the flavour of the teriyaki is quite heavy. So what I normally do is I normally do it equal parts. At the moment it's golden syrup that I have. I've no honey, but I would do honey or I would use golden syrup, and it is a 50-50 mix. So 100 millilitres of the teriyaki with garlic and 100 millilitres of golden syrup, maybe just slightly less because I don't want it too sweet. There is an alternative that you can do, and I normally get this in Tesco's, and that's the sweet teriyaki. And normally then I just add garlic to it. But I would use a whole bottle of that. I'm trying to see how much is in the bottle. It's 190 mils in there. So I would use the whole of that if I was using that on its own. But we actually use this as salad dressing, or if we're having a chicken salad or a chicken sandwich, we would use that as the dressing on top of the chicken. So I'm going to get these. I'm going to get my pork chops, my pork belly ribs into the slow cooker. I have the mixture already made up here. That's the mixture of the teriyaki and the golden syrup. And literally I'm going to just pour it over. There's not much, there's only, what is it, 150 mils there. Because I don't want a thick sauce on the ribs, but I'll put it in, toss everything in it, and then we'll put it on high for 3 hours. Alright guys, so I am going to dump these straight into the slow cooker. Take out the... Ugh. This lad as well. It's 2 packets gone in there, and each pack is 500 grams, so a kilo of ribs. And then literally this is the sauce, and I'm just going to pour it over it. Just going to do a bit of a stir. Now I am trying to do this one-handed, so apologies if it looks a bit odd. Ooh. So I am literally just going to pour that over, and then I'm going to toss them in and put them on high for about 3 hours, and they should be done. And we'll taste then the sauce and see what it's like. But as you can see, there's not much sauce in there, because when that fat renders down, it'll go into the sauce. So that's it there, all tossed up. And as you can see, it's only a very light coating of the sauce on top, but the smell of garlic is quite strong. But yeah, we'll give that a go, a couple of hours on high. Now if I wanted a stronger flavouring on it, I could have marinated them overnight if we were organised, but we all know I'm not that organised to be thinking that far ahead. So yeah, so that's it. We'll come back and check on it in about 3 hours. So the ribs have had their time, so I'm going to show it to you now. That's what they look like. They've all the fats broken down. And as I said, there isn't much sauce. So I'm going to serve this with some rice for dinner, and we'll see how we get on with that. So this is the dinner. Balsamic rice with ribs done in a teriyaki and a golden syrup sauce. Okay folks, so for our next meal I've got these ham carvings or shavings. I cooked a ham a while ago, and this is what I had left over. Now I had cooked it plain, because it was coming up to its use by date and I needed to use it. So I just cooked it, then really, really thinly cut it. And you can see the slices aren't thick enough now. But I'm going to do this. I've defrosted them. I took them out of the freezer yesterday. I've defrosted them, and what I'm going to do is, I had this glaze. It's a honey and spiced apple ham glaze, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on top of it with some golden syrup and make it like a sweet light dressing over it. But because these are already cooked, I'm literally throwing these into the air fryer for maybe 15 minutes. I'm literally just heating them through. And then with that, we are going to have some shredded cabbage and some mashed potatoes. So I'll show you the sauce when I make it up. As I said, I'm just going to put this and this into a jug and then pour it over. So just showed you there, I have my cabbage on. Now that'll wilt down, and that doesn't take very long to cook at all. And then over here I have some turnip. Now myself and Kerry are the only two that really eat turnip, so we're going to tear into that as well. And here I've mixed up the dressing. So it was 1 soup spoon or dessert spoon of the glaze to about 3 dessert spoons of the maple syrup. So yeah, it's going to be sweeter than it is spicy. But as that melts through, put it over the ham. As it melts through, because it's heating through, about halfway through, I'll go in and I'll toss them around again. And hopefully that could be ready within about 20 minutes. So there we go, the ham is in. So we're just going to go turn that on. We've set the Alexa for the 20 minutes. And hopefully I will show you our dinner plated up. Okay guys, so this is what the ham looks like after coming out of the air fryer. It actually smells like Christmas. So then this is Kerry's plate. So I've put some cabbage, potatoes, and she's going to get some ham. And I'm just waiting on the turnips to finish for me. And that is tonight's dinner.